So thank you so much for joining us today, Libby.
Absolutely.
First of all, for the benefit of our listeners, could you just share a little bit about Swank Capital, LLC?
Sure. Swank Capital and Cushing Asset Management, we're based in Dallas, Texas. We manage about $5 billion in assets, predominantly in energy infrastructure or MLP companies, but we also manage the money in upstream exploration and production and downstream, which are kind of the users of energy.
Great. And then your topic of discussion with regard to the energy revolution is quite timely. What makes this moment so revolutionary, particularly for investors?
This is an amazing time right now because we now, the largest consumer, the United States is the largest consumer of crude oil and natural gas. We are about to become the largest producer. That is a very powerful situation, and there's huge benefits to the U.S. economy. Not only this energy independence, national security issues, economic benefits from jobs from the energy industry rippling all the way down to a manufacturing resurgence. So it's a really exciting time for the United States.
True. Within the energy industry, where do you believe there's most growth potential?
So I think that the number one place that we see growth is going to be in the energy infrastructure companies. We will have that growth for decades. It will take $900 billion of energy infrastructure to handle the existing sources of supply. The upstream companies are going to have an opportunity to drill for a while, but a few years down the road we'll get to a more mature level. But as I said, it will take decades to build the infrastructure.
Right. What is your forecast for the industry as a whole in 2015?
So I think we'll continue to see new MLPs come to market. I think we're going to continue to see an attractive growth profile, somewhere on average for the industry of 7 or 8%. And you combine that with a 5-ish% yield, that's a low teens type of asset class return, which in the public equity markets is pretty attractive.
Right, definitely. Coming back to Swank Capital LLC for a moment, what is the investment philosophy that distinguishes your firm from the marketplace?
So I think our philosophy since we started about 10 years ago has been that despite the fact that our portfolios focus on the midstream or the energy infrastructure companies, we feel it's very important to do the research across the whole supply chain. If you think about it, the producers are the customers of the MLPs, and the users are the customers as well. So if you don't understand what's happening in both those parts of the energy supply chain, you can't understand what the infrastructure needs are and therefore do good analysis on the company.
Right.
We also commit a lot of resources. We have a 19-person investment team, which I believe is the biggest in the industry.
Yeah. That's wonderful. Also, how is your firm poised to maximize the benefits of the energy revolution?
So we have created a platform that offers investors 3 strategies. You can invest in what we call the conservative part of the upstream channel, which is upstream MLPs and royalty trusts. You can invest in the downstream, which is not only refiners and chemical companies, but all the companies that benefit from cheap energy and the cheap feedstock. So this competitive advantage, manufacturing, transportation, industrial.
Right.
And then we also have products in, obviously, the midstream, which is kind of our core place. We offer all these products in open-end, closed-end fund, long-only, and long-short formats.
That's great. Last question for you before I let you go. Based on the event here today, obviously the conference put on by Pristine Advisors, how do you feel about the conference, and how do you feel that it can benefit not only investors but advisors as well?
Yeah, I think it's a great venue to give advisors, which I believe is the bulk of who's here, opportunity to hear about different ideas that are developing, newer ideas that are coming in the space, and how they can make allocations on behalf of their clients in the most efficient and cost-effective way.
Fantastic. Well, thank you so much for joining us today, Libby.
Absolutely.
It was so nice to meet
Jennifer.
you.